Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today the topic of my discussion is about the principles of effective communication. That is also called the 7 C's, and that's very important from the exam point of view. The examiner asks so many times that question. Sometimes they ask about the principle of effective communication and alternative way, the 7 C's, but they both are the same. Principles of effective communication is also the 7 C's, and 7 C's is the principle of effective communication. So that is what is the 7 C's? 7 C's based on the 7 C's, and that is the completeness of the communication, that is the conciseness, clarity, consideration, concreteness, and concreteness, and the courtesy and correctness. That is called the 7 C's. If that 7 C's is present in your communication, it's mean your communication is effective. So let's start. Effective communication. To compose the effective written or oral message, we must apply the certain communication principle. These principle provides the guideline for the content and the style of the presentation adapted to the purpose and the receive of your message. These principles are called the 7 C's. The principle that provides you a guideline or the content and the style of the presentation, if you are living in the oral way, if that is the written way that you adopt for the purpose of and receiver of your message. And effective communication takes place only when the listener clearly understands the message that the speaker intended to send. A speaker's message must be delivered clearly, and listener must be an active listener and applicable to the both and the written and in the verbal form. आपको effective communication बनाने के लिए principles को follow करना पड़ता है, गाइडलाइन को फॉलो करना पड़ता है, एक कोड को फॉलो करना पड़ता है, जो कि एक बिजनेस कम्युनिकेशन का एक स्पेसिफिक कोड है. जब आप उसको अडेप्ट करते हैं, और उसके लिए पर्पस क्या होता है, अपने टारगेट अचीव करना, अपने मैसेज को अच्छे से कंपोज करना. तो ये सारा जो एक फिनोमेना है, इसको इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन में भी फॉलो करता है, और इसको हम प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ 7 C's भी बोलते हैं. इन प्रिंसिपल्स को हम 7 C's भी बोलते हैं. So the first one is about and why the benefits of effective communication. Because why effective communication is important, because problems are solved quickly on quickly basis, better decision making, स्टेडीली वर्क फ्लो हो सकता है, उससे आपकी स्ट्रॉन्ग बिजनेस रिलेशनशिप हो सकते हैं, आपके बेटर प्रोफेशनल इमेज हो सकता है. कि जब आप एक कोड को, एक प्रिंसिपल को फॉलो करते हैं, तो बहुत सारी आप प्रॉब्लम से बच सकते हैं, आप अपने डिसीजंस अच्छे बेटर कर सकते हैं, आप अपने प्रॉब्लम को जो है क्विक बेसिस पे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, आप अपने जो बिजनेस रिलेशनशिप हैं उनकी ऑथेंटिसिटी को इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं. आपके बिजनेस रिलेशनशिप स्ट्रॉन्ग होते हैं जब आपके कोड्स और आप कोई वर्क कर रहे होते हैं एक स्पेसिफिक चैनल के थ्रू, एक स्पेसिफिक प्रिंसिपल और कोड के थ्रू, देन योर रिलेशनशिप इज will become the strong, and that is the better relationship you can build up to the specific principle or the code. And what is the completeness? Completeness is the communication must be complete in every respect, and it's mean you have to provide the every type of information that is required for the audience, whether that is the crucial information. If that is the crucial information, you must be provided. If you didn't provide the crucial information and that is the necessity, then your message is not complete. It's you have not composed your message in a perfect way. That's why that is very necessary. Then how you can judge that the communication is, your message is complete? When your message is giving the answer of the 5 W's, it's mean your message is complete. That what is the 5 W's is who, what, when, where and why, and that is the 1 H that is based on the how. आप किसको मैसेज लिख रहे हैं, who is the person, what you are coding, आपका क्या स्पेसिफिक मैसेज है, आपका स्पेसिफिक आइडिया क्या है, when you will deliver the message, where is its setting is, इट्स मीन कि वो कौन सी स्पेसिफिक सेटिंग है. आप किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को मैसेज कर रहे हैं तो वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल सेटिंग क्या है, एंड व्हाई यू आर कंपोजिंग द मैसेज. आप मैसेज को क्यों कंपोज कर रहे हैं, अगर आपका मैसेज इन 5 W's का आंसर दे रहा है, इट्स मीन्स योर मैसेज इज कंप्लीट. एंड इन द इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन एंड इन द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन, योर मैसेज मस्ट बी कंप्लीट. आपका मैसेज कंप्लीट होना चाहिए. अगर आपका मैसेज कंप्लीट नहीं होता तो आप अपने टारगेट्स को जो हैं उसको अचीव नहीं कर पाते. इसके लिए आपको अब एक जो राइटर है या एक स्पीकर है, उसको कैसे पता चलता है कि उसका जो मैसेज है वो कंप्लीट है? अगर वो आंसर दे रहा 5 W's का एंड 1 H का. 1 H इज बेस्ड ऑन द हाउ. And then as the second C is conciseness. Your message must be concise. Brevity is the soul of wit. You have heard that quotation. It's mean your message must be brief. That is must be to the point, and to the point in that way, that is mean in the wordiness, communicating what you want to convey in the least possible word. Avoid using the excessive and needless word. Which type of excessive and needless? It's mean that avoid using the slang words, and that avoid using the phrases. You must choose the precise word instead of the phrases. Avoid the flubby phrases, extra modifier, extra adjective. So you just focus on the main point, and you have provide your receiver that is very easy to grasp for the listener or the reader if your message is to the point. Which type of wordiness it is? Let's suppose you are using when you are composing your message, you are speaking or the in the written form, you're using at this time. You can use now in this way. You can use sometime in the word, you can use due to the fact, you can use the because. Instead of you are using in as few word as possible, you can use the concisely. Then you can use the proof conclusively. You can use the proof. That you sometimes you can use the final result. You can use the results only. Make your communication simple and to the point. That is the rules, that is the principle of the effective communication. And then is the consideration. Consideration is its mean implies stepping into the shoes of other. It's mean when you are setting any sort of the goal, any sort of aim, and you are doing some sort of work, you have to consider your audience. You have to consider, if you are the businessman, you have to consider your customers. If you are the teacher, you have to consider your student. If you are the person, you are doing any sort of business, you have to consider your audience, the person you are implying any sort of thing. You are your intended message for the other people. You have to focus on the you approach आप use करते हैं. अब it's mean you have to consider the viewpoint of your audience, their background, their mindset, their educational level when you are composing the message or delivering any sort of message. It's mean that is emphasize and exhibit the interest of the audience. That is based on the interest of the audience. That's why when you are considering your audience, you are you are more than 90% achieve your targets, because you are considering the people. This is a very important for you. That's why the consideration is very necessary in the communication. Then it is based on the concreteness. So the what is the concreteness? Concreteness mean you must be particular and clear rather than the giving the fuzzy and journal and hazy picture. आप कोई हेजी पिक्चर प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, आप कोई फजी सा आइडिया दे रहे हैं, इससे बेहतर है कि आपका जो आइडिया होना चाहिए वो concreteness होनी चाहिए. Which type of concreteness it is? It is consist on the facts, figure, corrected information. You have to provide the suggestion. You have make your message dynamic. If you are making your message dynamic, that is fulfill the requirements, all the requirements of the audience, it means your message is based on the concreteness. And it's supported when you are giving the fact, it is also supported the specific ideas, specific motives. Make use of the word that are clear and build the build the repetitions. आपकी repetition पे जो है अगर आप clear message देते हैं तो आपकी एक repeat build up होती है. तो इसके लिए जो message है उसका concreteness का बहुत ज़्यादा ख्याल रखना पड़ता है. उसके बाद आ जाता है clarity. So clarity is emphasis the specific message or the goal at the rather than they are trying to achieve too much at once. That is, it make understanding easier. Clarity of the thought is must be coherent. एक coherent thought होनी चाहिए, clarities of thoughts होनी चाहिए, united thoughts होनी चाहिए. आपके मैसेज को पढ़ के ऐसा फील हो कि एक आइडिया पे बेस करता है. One idea, one thought that is delivering in the one paragraph. एक पैराग्राफ लिख लिए आप based on the 3 or the 4 paragraph. It's mean one paragraph, one idea. It's mean your message is coherent. That is have the united thoughts. This is very necessary. You are not using the high-fi vocabulary that is not easy to understand for the every person. If you are composing to make your message universal, you have to use the simple diction. Sometimes you use the subsequently. You can use the later, you can use the superseded, you can use the replace, and in disclose you can use the show, such type of language that is easy to understand for everyone. And then is correctness. It's mean your message is grammatical, that is free from the grammatical error. That's convey the एक proper subject verb object agreement हो, उसमें कोई grammatical mistake हो, something आपकी grammatical या topographical errors होते हैं जिसकी वजह से जो लोग होते हैं वो मैसेज जो है अंडरस्टैंड नहीं कर पाते. तो आपने जब मैसेज को कंपोज करना है तो उसके मैकेनिज्म पे, उसकी फंक्शनिंग पे भी वर्क करना है, उसकी टोपोग्राफी को भी चेक करना है. देन आपका मैसेज जो है वो एक करेक्ट मैसेज होगा. और इस दैट इज बूस्ट द कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल. ये आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल इससे बूस्ट अप होता है. इसे अगर करेक्ट मैसेज है तो इसका आपका इम्पैक्ट बढ़ता है. एक जो एक करेक्ट इम्पैक्ट होता है ऑन द ऑडियंस और द रीडर, that is very, and you use the appropriate and correct word. Sometimes you have to use the active voice, and if you want to sometimes you have to manipulate your message. In which sense you have to manipulate your message? When you are giving the bad information and you are delivering the bad information, you are not using the direct approach. आप उस टाइम एक्टिव वॉइस यूज नहीं करते हैं. आप उसमें उसके लिए जो एक अप्रोपेबल होता है, मोर अप्रोप्राइट जो है आप सेंटेंसेस यूज करना चाहते हैं, तो उसमें आप क्या यूज करते हैं? उसमें आप पैसिव अप्रोच यूज करते हैं. अगर आप कॉन्क्रीटनेस पे फोकस कर रहे हैं तो आप यदि अपने मैसेज की कॉन्क्रीटनेस को चेक करें तो आपको जो है व्हेन यू आर पुटिंग द एक्शन इन द वर्ब, देन यूज द एक्टिव वॉइस इंस्टेड ऑफ द पैसिव वॉइस. व्हेन यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट clarity of the message and you are focusing on the emotion of the person, आप emotions पे focus कर रहे हैं, उनकी self respect का आप ख्याल रखना चाह रहे हैं, तो आप जो है एक passive voice का term use करते हैं. I forget to tell you about the consideration or the courtesy. When you are composing the courteous message, you have to focus on the you are using some sort of courteous word. Which type of courteous word? You can use the please, excuse me, I'm really sorry, and kindly. Such type of word you are using that is built up the prestige in the front of the audience. Your message must be courteous. So that is the 7 C's. I repeat it again, that is the 7 C's is based on the completeness, conciseness, correctness, clarity, and courtesy and consideration. So thank you so much. Kindly subscribe my channel and like, share, and comment, please. Thank you so much.